Guys, today I'm going to share how to give the soccer boy haircut. So, you may have seen it. It is where it's like faded through here and then it kind of V's off in the back. So, I'm just going to show you how to do that, especially you moms at home, because I know a lot of you cut your boys' hairs. Shh. I know a lot of you cut your boys' hair at home. So, I'm going to show you today how to accomplish that. Here we go. Okay, first we're gonna start by just lubricating the clippers. This will just help with a smoother cut. It also helps so that way it doesn't pull the hair as you're cutting it. So, yeah. Okay, so the main thing when cutting this is you want to kind of create like a C shape when you're cutting. So we're going to go around like that. You don't want the L shape. You want it kind of to be more curved. So we're going to start, today I'm using my Oster Classic 76 clippers. I like them, they're nice. But I'm going to start using a number 3 guard. So we're going to start up higher. We're going to do the largest guard first and work our way down. So we're going to angle it going this way first. Like I said, you're going to start with the highest clipper. Going around. Stop. Okay, and you may have noticed that I didn't really get like the underneath, but that's okay because we're gonna use the smaller clippers towards the bottom. Now I'm gonna use the number 2 clipper and we're gonna go just right underneath that 3 and we're just gonna use kind of a curved motion to cut it because that's what we use. Because that's how we do your haircut. Okay, so next, like I said, we're gonna do the 2, go right under where we left off with the 3. You don't wanna go past the 3 or else it's not gonna fade. So we're gonna start with the 2, just come right up to about where we ended with the 3 and we do that C motion. Okay, so next we're gonna do the 1, same thing, we're gonna bring it to right about where you left off with the 2. And if you're cutting a wiggly boy's hair, doesn't sit still, feel free to put your hand on their head to kind of hold them as you do it. That will kind of help stabilize their head. Okay, and last we're gonna use the 0 and this will kind of touch up right underneath the 1. Okay, so you can see how it had a nice fade on the sides. And then in the back, I created kind of that V look because that's what the boys are wanting. You can either do the V up higher or you can do it down lower, but that's kind of... No. But that is what they are wanting, is this look here. So they call it, I guess, the soccer haircut. It's been requested a couple times. So now I'm gonna go through with my peanut. This is the best. This just kind of cleans up the hairline. Because look at how tiny it is. But this just cleans up the hairline and we'll give them nice straight lines. Okay, so I typically like to do the outside dry and then I'll get the top wet to cut it, just because then there's not as much little tiny hairs going everywhere and it's just easier to cut. Part of the reason why I start up with a higher clipper is because when you get to the smaller clippers, it's just easier to cut because the hair's longer, whereas if you took the one all the way up, it's harder to blend. So start with the higher one and work your way down. It's a much easier blend and it will look good. What? Okay, now we're gonna get the top wet. We're gonna first make a guide. So you're gonna start where you left off with your 3 down here. Just do like a mohawk type cut down the center. Find your shortest guide and you're gonna cut the rest of the hair that same length. Way, Mom. There you go. Taking it all the way to the front of his head. On your face. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so once you've created that guide, you're now going to go through. I'll show you starting in the back. Put your head straight. You can see where that guide is right there and how it's longer on this side. So you're just going to go through and make sure that everything is the same length. All the way down, making sure. And then you're going to work your way up from that spot. See, you can still see your guide right there. And cut it all the way through, doing just horizontal line throughout his whole head. Once you've gone through and done that, now we're gonna do the sides where it connects, and we're gonna do the same thing. So you can see right there our guide, it's shorter on those hairs. We're just gonna cut straight up. And make sure you're following this kind of C-shaped guide so you can still keep that kind of V-cut in the back. Okay, once you've gone through and done that, now you're gonna cross-check it. And so what it means to cross-check is you went this way, and then you went this way, and now you're gonna go through diagonally to make sure that it's all straight. So you can see when you take it diagonally, it kind of leaves like a little bump. So you're just gonna go through and make sure all that is just a straight cut. That one looks good. The last part you're gonna cut is the bangs. We're just gonna trim them up a little bit so they're not super long, but I'm gonna follow, you can see on the side right here, his bangs kind of leave off right here, so I'm gonna kind of just follow that on an angle and then cut straight across the front. And then I'm going to take the bangs straight out like this and see how it kind of has this little tip. I'm just going to go through and cut those all off. This just makes it so the bangs aren't super heavy. Okay, and finally, we're gonna use the thinning shears, and I'm just gonna go through because he has thick hair. This will just give him some texture and thin it out a little bit. It also helps with blending. Okay, and finally we're just gonna use some of Redken's hardware gel. I'm gonna rub it between my hands and then go through and spike it up. I'm gonna take the sides and kind of push them forward like this. It's pretty cool. What do you think, Bo? Looks good? So if you liked this video, don't forget to try it one more time. Look at the camera. Look at Dad. Say like, subscribe, and comment down below. Say cheese. Oh boy.